I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Quarantine with the Stars here on AfterBuzz TV. This is your exclusive series where we're bringing you some of Hollywood's favorite talent and letting you know what's going on. You know, we have tons of stars, actors, writers, producers who are hunkered down with the rest of us and just kind of catching up with them and seeing what's going on. Today, I'm so excited because we have Mackenzie here in studio. Well, not in studio. She's actually in New York, but Mackenzie is kind of a starlet of Broadway. She originated the role of Mary Wells in Motown, and she's conceiving a show based on Dorothy Dandridge right now that I can't wait to talk about. Mackenzie, thank you for being here today. How's it going?
Oh my God, thank you for having me. It's so nice to have an excuse to, go out and beat my face a little bit and not be stuck in my house. Like really, it's been crazy. We've all been kind of living in a really abnormal world right now, but we've been managing. I've been managing, my family's been managing, our castmates in Carolina Change. We all have like a group text that we sort of check on each other every day. So I have lots of different groups of families that I have to check in on a daily basis.
Well, I gotta say, you always know someone's a star when they can look as good as you do right now, despite the quarantine. So I just want to give you props on that.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Let's talk about Carolina Change. I'm a big Janine Tesori fan. I believe it's the same composer who wrote Fun Home that wrote Carolina Change. Is that right? I want to make sure I'm getting my. Okay, great.
Yes, absolutely.
And you guys were mid-production, right? You guys were on stage and then had to kind of shut it down.
Yes, we actually, when we got the news, we were about to do our final dress rehearsal for an audience. And it was March 12th, because March 13th was the day that we were going to start our first preview. And we found out March 12th that we were going to be shutting down. Broadway was going to be shutting down. And because this is a production from London, so you have a mixture of British creative team and cast members as well as Americans, and it was just heartbreaking to hear the news. But
I'm sure
knowing that we had to do this in order to keep everyone safe.
Exactly. I mean, that's the priority right now is just safety. It's, we're on the ground in New York. We can hear it even on your end. It's crazy.
Yes, I am on the ground in New York. Every possible sound that you can think of that can be very loud is happening right at this moment.
Yes,
with
all right.
Construction and police officers and the fire truck and the buses and I haven't been to New York for over a week because I live right across the water in Jersey City, and so today I was coming in to actually go to the office for Roundabout Theater, and I've been hearing stories about it being Zombieland and all the stores completely closed. I'm literally looking at I'm looking at an open GNC, but a closed Taco Bell and McDonald's. So it's, obviously all these stores have, are individually choosing who's opening and who's staying, who's closing. But that's New York.
Mackenzie, what do you feel like was sort of the general sentiment and feeling when, Broadway talent, actors, producers, writers heard that they would literally just be shutting down Broadway? I mean, that's kind of unprecedented.
It is. I don't think it's ever happened in the history of Broadway. A lot of craziness has happened in the past. Like, I was here during 9/11 and, and blackouts and, you have a day or two, but not to this magnitude. It almost didn't feel real. I mean, not even almost, it didn't feel real. Like when we got the information, and let's just say that having Roundabout Theater making this announcement, because they're non-for-profit Broadway theater and they're very family oriented. I feel like it, if there's anyone that you wanted to tell you this, it would be Roundabout Theater, because they're just going above and beyond the call of duty of making sure that all of the actors and stage management and cast and crew are all taken care of.
Wow.
And if there's like it's an open door policy. If you need us, give us a call. If you need to visit, it really is amazing how, and I think that's really important when actors like myself are being presented with such, magnetic, like, what's the word? I was going to say magnitude, but, such devastating news. It doesn't seem so devastating when you know that all of us are in this together.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, this show is closing and this show, like, we are not just together in this. I mean, New York or New Jersey or UK, it's a worldwide thing that is happening, that we are all having to unite and be able to get through this together.
It's very well said. That's absolutely true. And I am wondering, for supporters of the arts, I love Broadway. I know we're all kind of pinching pennies right now, but is there anything that like we as civilians who love the arts can be doing to kind of keep Broadway alive right now?
Oh, wow. There's buy advanced tickets for Carolina Change. I mean, honestly, I think that the idea of knowing that we have dates that are coming, we're shut down right now, but you can go online and buy advanced tickets. It's almost like if you were thinking about getting a ticket, but you're waiting to, figure out those dates now.
Absolutely. And what a great gift to be able to know that after this all ends, you have this amazing production to go see.
Yes. And also, not just Carolina Change, donate to the Actors Fund. There's so many different organizations now that are coming up trying to support the actors, support the crew, support the producers, support the theaters, But with Carolina Change, of course, Todd said, we are not giving up on Carolina Change. We will be opening. And to hear that from the artistic director of the theater just gives us hope and something to look forward to, because right now, everything that is hitting us is making us want to lose hope.
Right.
And things like knowing that we're going to be coming back and we're going to be able to share our art and our music with the mass and get through all of this together is really, really, really changing the kind of the coloring of how we look at this.
Well said. We only have a couple minutes, but I do want to hear you talk about, of course, after all this is done, you are conceiving and producing and starring in a musical about Dorothy Dandridge. Can you speak to me a bit about development for this and kind of where it's headed?
Absolutely. We have an amazing creative team. And my producing partner is Richard Bell, who did Bubbling Brown Sugar on Broadway and West End and the European tours. And we felt that it is time for Dorothy's legacy to be showcased, a spotlight to be placed on this woman who transcended so many different things that Black women wouldn't be able to do at that time. She just crossed the line. She kept crossing it. She was the first African American woman to be nominated for an Oscar in a leading actress role. She was the first Black to perform at the Waldorf Astoria. I mean, there's just so many, walls that she just kept on knocking down, and she kept on being knocked down because of where America was at and not being ready for that. But she just kept on standing up. And the idea of bringing this story to Broadway and the rest of the world is a passion that I've had for so many years. I have Tamara Tooney, who is directing it. I have Trey Ellis, who's writing the book. Shelton Becton, who is writing the music. we're just so excited as we continue to develop this and start doing some workshops and productions on its way in the future, the near future. Yes, it's a lot of work producing and developing shows. You know, a lot.
Oh, I can't imagine.
They buy a ticket, they go see Broadway, but it's gone through so many years of development, and it's really beautiful to be able to be on the other end of it. And be able to develop something. Yes.
Well, Kenji, once that, as you know, the ball's rolling on that and you guys are in previews, we'd love to have you back to talk about it. Because you know what, Broadway matters, especially right now. People need to have their hearts lifted by, especially not only movies and TV, but live performance. There's something about it. So we just want to thank you so much for joining today on our series, Quarantine with the Stars. Keep us posted.
Thank you.
And Kenji, if they want to keep up with you on Instagram, Twitter, where can they be doing that?
Yes, they can follow me on Diva Nikenji, DIVANKENGE. I'm Diva Nikenji on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm Nikenji's Music on Facebook. And you can visit me on my website, which is nikenjimusic.com, which I keep updated with concerts and CD recordings. And just, you know, I have a lot of fun on social media. So just check out my story views and, you know, ask me any questions you have, and I'm always very responsive within 24 to 48 hours.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. We'll bring you back, and stay safe and wash your hands, okay?
Yes, you too.
All righty. And of course, you guys can find me on Twitter at Jeffrey C. Graham and Instagram at Jeffrey Crane Graham. We're going to be doing a bunch of these shows. This is our Quarantine with the Stars series. It's our chance to not only hear about up-and-comers and what they're up to, but how they're kind of hunkering down and staying safe. So make sure you stay tuned with us here at AfterBuzz TV. Also, we're putting out content all the time, after shows, news shows, content, everything you guys would need. So subscribe to AfterBuzz TV. We're doing everything we can, of course, sheltered in place, to make sure you're getting what you need. In the meantime, thanks for tuning in, and we got another show right after this, so stay tuned.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.